Well, that's really fascinating, and it goes back to your TEDx talk about foxy thinking. Nice. Vikram's pointing to his picture in the back of a fox, and the fox has the generalist knowledge, if I remember correctly, in that analogy. And it goes back to an ancient poem that you quoted in that. I highly recommend check out that TED talk.
Yeah.
And the specialist versus the generalist, that's kind of one of the major things that you focus on. And I think what you're saying is that the problem with the specialists is that they're missing the forest for the trees. They're not seeing the bigger scope, and so we're not making the best decisions as a result of that.
Yeah, look, I mean, there's a lot of value in being specialized. There's a lot of value in expertise. There's a lot of value in having depth, right, of knowledge. I don't want to dismiss it. I'm not going to sit here and bash experts or specialists. But when it comes to navigating uncertainty or going through dynamics that may not have a sort of predetermined path, or we don't actually know even the range of possible outcomes, well, then I'm going to suggest it's better to be a generalist. That what we find, especially when facing a complex environment, a complex adaptive environment, is that it's far more important to connect the dots than it is to generate the dots. Specialists and experts do a great job of generating the dots, but at times, particularly when navigating uncertainty, that it becomes really important to connect the dots so that you get a mosaic of the world you're in and possible trajectories, possible scenarios, possible outcomes. At heart, what I really am suggesting here is that every single perspective is limited, every single perspective is biased, and therefore every single perspective is incomplete. So instead of adopting one perspective, why not use multiple perspectives? And if being a generalist is not that, I don't know what a generalist is, right? A generalist is one who has an appreciation for multiple perspectives, one who can empathize. This is, okay, maybe I understand economics, maybe I understand a little bit of politics, maybe I understand a little bit of sociology, I can understand a little bit of demography, and I can sort of piece together a mosaic where I tap into the appropriate forms of expertise to help me build out each one of those dots, if you will. But the connecting of the dots in a unique way is a skill that I, as the generalist, need to bring. So it's a little bit of responsibility for owning the decision context and owning the sort of domain in which you were navigating, as opposed to the narrow domain that the expert is providing advice on.